door. It is the doorway to an ancient Lemurian temple. You open the door, and a deep sense of knowing is ignited within you. And you begin to descend down the old stone steps that seem familiar to you, and pausing for a moment to look at your surroundings, you notice a mirror, and you cannot see your image clearly at this time. You continue to descend down, noticing doorways to rooms that hold no interest for you at this time. You continue to descend further down, and upon reaching the last step, you enter into a splendid chamber whose columns of luminous light reach up to the highest peak of the dome ceiling, and you notice its brilliant rainbow hues. And here comes your guide. They are very glad to see you, and they take from you your outer garments, but they are not needed here. And you turn your attention to the large sunken pool, for this is the temple to your pool of renewal. And as you move to the edge, you watch as the water gently flows, creating spirals of shapes, inviting you to experience its healing energy. And as you begin to step into the pool, you notice the temperature is soothing to you. And as you submerge deeper into the water, you are surrounded with color and soft sound, varied in shades, tones, and depths, associated with the healing energies you seek. You understand it is to be invited, called forth, and as you do so, the colors brighten. And you turn your thoughts to an experience of your emotions, of those people, places, and things, images of past life and present scenarios, that you are ready to release all worn-out relationships, beliefs, expectations, and conditions. As these color vibrations swell forward in the water, moving in and around and through you, you see and feel colors grow in intensity and light as you recognize and release. You recognize and release and feel the energy shift. And now the colors slowly dissipate, releasing all disease, blockages, emotions, disharmony of thoughts, words, and actions, from your toes and your fingers to the crown of your head and every cell of your being. And healing is being ignited. And now you see images and scenes of new life and adventure, new joy, and knowing the power of creation and the laws of attraction. Visualize the highest vibrations and colors for health, wealth, and happiness. You are worthy and ready to experience and receive all life blessings, prosperity, peace, harmony, and joy. And as these colors swirl forward in the water, they move in, around, and through you. And you see and feel the images and their emotions. As the colors grow in intensity and light, you recognize and receive, recognize and receive, and feel the energy shift as it turns into something beautiful called love. From your toes and fingers to the crown of your head and every cell of your being, healing is being established in you and your world now. And it is time for new insights to be revealed. I will leave you here for a few moments to experience your pool of renewal. Your guide is here to answer any questions you have. images fade, it is now time for you to rise from the pool. Your guide is waiting for you, and they hold for you the garments of the outer world, for which only you are aware of the meaning. You thank your guide, and once more you return to the old stone steps. A feeling of balance and renewal, you notice a cool, refreshing breeze on your face as you pause once more to look into the mirror. And the image is very clear to you now. And as you approach the door, remembering all that you've seen, felt, and heard, you open it to step back onto the path, aware of a new power within you, and knowing you can return to the pool any time. You make your way back along the path with freedom and ease. And with each step you take, love, peace, and joy radiates in, around, and through you. Now the path begins to fade. And bringing your attention back to the chapel, feel yourself seated in your chair, gently breathing, relaxing, and remembering all that you have experienced, from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. As you're becoming more aware of your surroundings, and when you're completely aware, you may open your eyes. It is now time for the service of healing. For those who wish to experience this offering, the healers who have been asked are taking their places. There are 3 chairs available. Let us give thanks for the healing that have taken place and for the healing throughout its channels, for the flow of healing energy, knowing and understanding that it's being fulfilled under the laws that govern us. We give thanks for this day. Amen. Thank you, Reverend Teresa, for that lovely meditation. Now's the time for our talk today. So funny how this all works out. When things change, you just do it, you know? This whole, this talk was not thought about all week, nor was it thought about today. Usually if I don't have it by today, usually Sunday is the day where I reflect and let spirit come through. And usually something shows up. Well, you know, being that, you know, when I picked Reverend David up and he had this huge cut on his head, things just kind of change, you know, and it's interesting because what did we talk about yesterday? Class with the cards, it's all about change. And this particular talk is our monthly word is awakening. And this particular talk is knowing God within and the power of understanding. And so here it is. The thing about the word understanding is it is a location in our body, for one thing. Understanding is an area of our feet, and it's our foundation, our solid understanding of who we are. And where does all of this come from? It's really very interesting. This talk has been spoken of for many times, so this isn't something that I created that I was going to talk about. But it's really interesting is knowing God within and the power of that understanding, the power of understanding ourselves, because God is us and we are God and we are that little speck of sand in that big huge ocean, right? We are that. And life is mobile, it moves everywhere, and we are in change consistently. We move every day. The moment we open our eyes, it's something new. The moment we take a breath, it's something new. Life appears sometimes to be so extreme or not. It could be boring too. You know, we have that ocean wave of life where all of a sudden we feel stagnant, or we feel like, oh, I'm taking this, you know, roller coaster ride and I can't slow it down. The breath is the number one thing that helps us let us through these situations. Let us experience what it is, why we are in this in the first place. The interesting part, when I started to read books when I was young about metaphysics, and that we were here before, it's like the knowing of that was just, it was like I had seen all my lifetime prior to that, and I couldn't get enough. I wanted to know about past lives. I got into this book that he was talking about parallel lives. And I said, parallel? I mean, I think I was only like 10 years old. So imagine where our imagination, where it takes us, right? And it's good because I was in it. I was in what, you know, that shall it be is our imagination. And I thought, wow, if I could be that person, you know, across the states that they were talking about, then I can be the friends that I have in front of me. Or I could be that big jerk that just, you know, drove in front of us and hit the brakes and almost rammed us into them. It's just an interesting experience as a child to see it. There's not a blame. There's no blame in it once we realize we are
all of these things. Well, why are there all of these things? We want experience, right? We want to develop ourselves and go beyond. We want to be able to expand so that we can become the highest and best of ourselves. And why would we have an effect in our life? Why would we experience something here now? Why would we experience COVID? We don't really want to talk about that one too much, but why would we want to? What was it that all of us seek to be here just in this time? How are we helping people in that? Are we helping ourselves in it? Or do we go back to where we've been before and see our other side of our polarity, our shadow side? Are we seeing the vices or the virtues of life? And it's really easy to go back to those vices because we know them so well. I mean, I have talked about this before, just going right at that corner and seeing the person that's wanting money, or you have to sign out or whatever it is, they use a dog or whatever. There's so many occurrences and I get so triggered. I am like, you know, there's been times where I have been triggered. One time I wanted to go buy shoes for someone. I asked them, what kind of shoes you wear? Because I started to get to know a guy. I was seeing him every single morning. He was down there at Speedway on the freeway. And I used to come that way every time. I got to know because he's always wavy, right? So I was like, hi, you cute. You should smile. I was like, you know, at first I was like, stop. But I got to know him. The thing is, the reason why I was so triggered is because I know that. I was that. Not business. I was it, and I know every bit about it, and I know how to manipulate. I know how to be naughty. I know all those things because that's why it triggers me. Because I'm like, And the one thing that we do develop, and throughout all these lives, is that we become our medium self. We become our psychic self because we've done it all. And we sense it, feel it. Now we're experiencing that energy field that you even just come near it and you know what to expect. You know? But there are things that we get into in this life. For one reason or another, we want to experience it. And when it shows up, the one thing that we want to do is feel our feet. Feel our feet in the ground. Because we know what this is, folks. We know whenever there's something weird coming up, we already feel it in our gut. We already know in that lower Dantian area, that's the biggest and most powerful space. We get all of our information there. The one thing to do is get your feet in the ground. What is it telling you? What is your understanding saying? Oh, I feel like dealing with this again, right? Because we didn't let it go. Or I feel like just re-experiencing it because it felt so good to have crap in my life. Truly, you know, we want, because now we're just bored, right? We want a little excitement here. So what do? We're going to do something that we've done before. And it's so easy to get there. So easy, especially in a relationship, right? We've done it all, we've seen it all, and then you get into this relationship and you know that they're whatever. Alcoholic, drug. I mean, there's all these different things that people have, whatever you want to call it. You know, because you sense that red flag. But a red flag is a red flag. A red flag's a red flag. You know, that's why people say, ooh, I I'm sensing a red flag in that. Get the heck out of there. That's what David's talking about go to the bathroom and pretend you're exit, okay? That's the virtue statue. That's like the knowing God with it. Because God, whatever you want to call God, because God can be anything. God is all that is, right? But that power, that energy, wants you to be an amazing being, and you do too. You do. That's why you came. It takes a lot to become a human being again. I mean, from what all the spirit world is telling me, when they're there, they go through healing. They go through like a lot of development. They come and watch us. they go back, they visit the parallel lot, like they have this visual in front of them of all their experiences. They tell all these stories to us. They tell us everything that's going on there, but they mostly don't want to come back because it's so great there. And then their guides require them to get moving, and they keep saying, okay, we've got a few rides here, so which one are you going to choose? Come on, you know, if we don't develop ourselves, we're getting a push. And then we come to the earth plane, and then what? We get in these messes, you know, because it's fun, you know? And then when we go back, we go, well, I chose that because I had a choice and I felt like doing this, you know? But then we got to do it again, you know? There's just like, and it's only our requirement. It's nobody else. All they're doing is just saying, so what about this? And are you gonna, but you said this, but what happened here? You know, it's not about shame on you. You said you were gonna do this and you didn't. You do have a choice. You really do. You guys, you know, any of us, including myself, if I feel like getting in the muck, I might, you know, just for the fun of it. But the one thing we really do want to think about is get ourselves back on track, get back on the bicycle. You know, the main reason why we came here could also be to be in that muck. You know, there's two different things going on here. There's a polarity of, do we want to get to our highest and best? Well, maybe we came here for the muck because that other person's receiving the highest and best from you by seeing you in the muck. So there's two different scenarios happening here. You know, our family, there's always someone who's addicted. If it's not a friend, it's a family member. And addiction is a really interesting thing. I think of it this way. Are they there for my lessons? They just don't, you know, I have one in my life. I have a couple in my life that are away, but they're there. And they just blow off life. And I am so for life, you know, pro-life, whatever. I am for life. Let's go. Let's do this. And when I see it, I think, wow, they just don't want to do anything here. But the whole point is what am I getting from that? I obviously came in here in this life to be around two people that are my immediate family that are addicted. And it's like, so was I an addict? You see, there's like all these different scenarios, the cause and the effect. I need to forgive myself for what I've done. You know, why is it so hard to see that? Why is it so hard to see that stuff that they're not living life? Well, I chose life again because maybe who knows? I could have done something bad to myself during that time. But I don't like that. It's because it's in here and I remember it. You know, it's so deep and so close. The main thing is for everything is for us to forgive ourselves. Forgive the situations that we see in front of us, because those things are truly something just to absorb and see how far we've come and what we're doing to expand ourselves. I get to see it all the time. Not as much. I mean, I try to choose to stay away and try to, like what we talk about, the highest and the best, because I don't want to be in that energy, you know. But they're my immediate family, so we don't choose. I mean, this is funny. We don't choose our family. Baloney. Isn't that something? Like, well, yeah. And so, you know, we all kind of scratch our, you know, but it is what it is. If we can just absorb the fact that we are in all these lessons all the time for us. Not, well, everybody has them, but in particularly in our field, not our field, this is about us. Everything that we see, feel, hear, and sense, all the things we want to experience. We are going on that road. We are going on the roller coaster. We're in that ocean with all those waves, and we are a part of everything. And everything is one thing, which is the interesting part of the whole experience about being God is being all the energy field of it. And so the main thing to do here really is just seeing ourselves at the highest of best so that everything else can get there too. There's always going to be another polarity. However, it needs to get balanced. And I know we all feel that it's not balanced. Okay? A lot of that tipping going on. So us being these type of light workers that we are, it's super important for our being, our eating of health, or being around really positive beings in our life, being one with ourselves in the silence, and forgiving ourselves especially, forgiving all others, not what they did, but just forgiving the situation. The situation needs to be forgiven so that we can heal inside of our body, inside of everything that we have, that auric field gets enlightened, goldens, becomes higher and better. We feel lighter. We're able to do more and be more. I'll do that with you today. Be your highest and best. All right, so now the time we're going to do our love offering. Place it between our hands and give it a blessing. Mother, Father God, as we place between our hands that which you have ignited, we give to the source that what you have given to put into effect the law of tenfold return to those who give freely and from the heart. Amen. Amen. Now the time our mediums will give messages, and your clear and strong voice says yes, and thank you. Our first medium will be Teresa Rose. Reverend Teresa. You know how many it's changed. I know. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Good morning. Jennifer. Jennifer, may I come to you? Thank you. Jennifer, as I come into your presence, I'm really seeing a lot of expansion and growth with you. And this is, you know, on a spiritual level. There are some things that you have released, let go of, and there's a general sense of well-being now for you as you're moving forward. Sense that you're ready to embark on to a new journey. But there are some new skills and different things that you have developed, and I can see you incorporating those, or figuring out how to incorporate those into this next step, into this next stage of who you are. And to continue, again, is to continue along this path as you are, things are evolving for you, and I really feel that you will be attracting different people, different elements that are going to reinforce and give you the message that you have changed and gone to another, and gone to a new level. And I'll leave that with you with many lessons. Thank you. Thank you. Jen, may I come to you? Yes, thank you. Hey, Jen, I see you, I actually see that you're making great strides. And I really feel that you've come to not a crossroads, an impasse or something. There's a decision for you to make, and Spirit wants you to know that with the heart and the head and understanding that you will make the right decision for yourself and others involved. And I feel that once you've made a firm decision, I feel that you will be moving forward with greater speed. And I see that you will be organizing, you'll actually be organizing different elements, with different people. And I really see you taking control or being an authority in this situation. And feel that there are a few energies here that are sort of vying for your attention and your time. And I really feel that you will be able to set everyone straight. So you'll be pleased with the results, and everybody will see what's best in everyone's situation. I'll leave that with you with many blessings. Thank you. Reverend Sylvia, may I come to you? Yes, please. Reverend Sylvia, I come to your presence and I really feel a very carefree energy with you, and a time where I really feel like things are enlivening for you, and sort of invitations and going out and with people and family and great social activities for you. And I really feel that you have spirits kind of indicating that you've advanced to another level, and to keep up the good vibrations, the meditations and everything that you're doing. You really have a really bright light, and you are attracting people. I'm most curious to know why you're so happy. And then, yes, I'm curious. So I really see that with some developments that you have, and understanding that you will be able to not really guide, but I really think you will give people snippets to pique their interest in a really good way. And so spirit having you on the jump. I'll leave that with you in the lesson. Thank you. Jackie. Oh, I'm coming in. Sorry. Okay. Jackie, may I come to you? Please, I come to your presence. I'm seeing you actually feel like you're in the mood for clearing out. It's like you're kind of feel that you're clearing things out. It's kind of like last year's fashion or something. I really see that you will be kind of along the lines of like a new wardrobe, but it's a feeling of a renewal sense within you. It's like feeling lighter, feeling happier, and more carefree, not so many burdens, perhaps. Things are lightening up for you, and so I think that's extending into your environment, your home life. I feel that you can relax a bit more as you're seeing how things flow, and actually, even though there are things to be done, I feel that you are. You are organized and confident of how things are going to kind of fall into place. And that's, I think there's a difference in this kind of attitude that's more relaxed with you. And so I really did see some benefits with that. Letting go of some control, letting go of control. And I really feel that there's definitely a lighter sense of being with you, in that everything that you have done is what could be done, at a particular given time. Other things are going to sort themselves out, and that's. I feel a sense of that's coming, something along those lines are coming, and you're prepared. And I'll leave that with you. Thank you. Thank you. Reverend Angie, may I come to you? Yes. Reverend Angie, as I come into your presence, I'm really seeing that things are coming at you very, very fast. And almost lightning speed, and I really feel that you are grabbing onto and catching all of the ideas and taking them and seeing how what kind of a creative process and what is something that you can develop with these ideas, and a lot of these are igniting within you as you are already doing certain spiritual practices. So these can come very, very quickly, and Spirit wants you to know that you are going to pick up on every single thing you have an ability to accomplish these things with rapid things coming at you, and you have a freedom, peace and ease, and confidence about you, and so these will all flow, and very nicely for you. And like you say, I feel like with your attitude of just do it, I feel like you will just do it, and as you're doing it, more and more will ignite, and so it will be a very lovely thing. Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Teresa. I'll be connecting with you. Hi, ma'am. Thank you. So everything is about gratitude here, and Spirit really is addressing gratitude in your box, in your area, in your everything, your energy, all of it. And as you're doing gratitude daily, as you're every single moment of something that you receive, even food or anything,
the enlightenment of this gratitude. They're expressing, they're like, it's all, like the path is open now. And they're expressing that anything that you've been asking for is happening already. It's there. Grab it, they're saying, because it's already been created. And they're saying to breathe through this, breathe it in and breathe it out through your nose. The nose is really important to be able to relax into it, and no longer needing that, as I spoke before, the up and down. There's like something about now that it can be very calm in that space, and you will start to see all those synchronicities of the whys. Why did those things why were they occurring? And you can just smooth out that path now. Just start walking. I think that would be pleasant. You're welcome. Reverend Teresa, may I come to you? Yes, welcome. Animal scenario. Animals are all around us right now, so this is interesting. So you do have the new animal in your life, and this particular little cutie pie is going to be very, very helpful in something that's going to be coming. Utilize that, and it's no wonder that the name, all the above, that animal is very, very powerful and has been with you before. You'll find out how. Because you'll start to see exactly what memory that you have, and that you're gonna sync it. You're gonna know exactly what's going on here, and it's no surprise. You're just gonna laugh about it. And there's something to do with the two being together. That is very important. Having more than one, fulfilling with love. There is quite a bit about that. And the colors are very important too between the two. So just know what they mean to you for those colors. That's really important. And I will be kids. You're welcome. Well, Elise, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
So I see the sun rising. And the sun, when it's, as we've spoke about this in the cards, the sun, when it rises from the east, is something new showing up. They're saying like being out there first thing in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, when it's semi-dark or starting to show up, hop out of bed and go outside. They're saying sit in the ground and accept the sun. The sun is very powerful for you. The sun gives you that energy source that is actually the opposite of what it is. So the sun is very young, right? But what it gives you internally is that yin state. So you're in the balance mode of when you receive yang, you are yin. And so this is your time period of now you can be at peace. So it's like this giving and receiving, there's something about this giving and receiving, and receive that sun so that you could give. And the receiving part of us is always that yin, and the giving part of us is that yang. So just remember in your hands how important this is when you look at the sun. What is it that you're doing with your hands? And anything that you create here, utilize the sun for it. You will start to be using that source, because that has been for centuries and centuries a very valid, very important energy source for God, the universe, for all it is. That is yours right now. That is definitely yours to investigate and to be with. So be the sun. Maybe that would be second to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Reverend Michael, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
first things, you're going to be receiving something in the mail, and it's like a packet size. It's going to be like one of these big size, what is, I don't know what size it is, but those big envelopes, and you think it's like some kind of insurance or something like that, and you go, oh, I'm not touching that. I'm going to throw it away, like we all do. Take a look again and look inside. Just look inside. Look at everything. It's very important right now that you really consider everything. And it may just not be that particular mail. It may be other mail too, but you are being more focused because of that one particular thing I just said. They are really representing it to be very important for you to be in the now energy, instead of kind of nonchalant, really not really caring about certain stuff, and you're more important, other things are more important rather than that. You are important, they're saying, and they're saying that you need to go check it out. If you keep saying, I'm not going to do that, I don't want to go through all those steps, there's steps here that you're blowing off, and they're saying, go do it, go get it done. It's really important. So just take a look, and you'll find it. You'll know exactly what it is that I'm talking about, and you'll know what to do with it. Can I leave that with you? Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Lucy, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
Lucy, there will be a male friend that shows up that you haven't seen for a little while, and it's almost like that same routine with this person, that they just want to tell you what they think, and you're like, there's something about this though. This time he has a valid point. This time it's something that is very important for you, for yourself, for your body. And he knows exactly where you need to go. He's been directed to tell you where to go. So just when you're in that conversation, instead of seeing him as that same person that always tells you what to do, he does really have the information of where to go. It's really going to turn out really good for you. It's like the flower just bloomed. So take a look and see what he has to say. Just write it down, and then when he's gone, when he's out of there, then research it, and then take a look at it, because he's being driven to tell you, and this time it's not what you think it is. And I leave that with you. Blessings to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I want to thank each and every one of you for all being here today in this beautiful healing space. And we're all going to stand up and we're going to sing without music. Let there be love. Let me put a mute on here. And I want to be close to that microphone. We get the recording on social media. Let there be love on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be love on earth, a love that was meant to be. With God as our knowing, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let love begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my song of love. To take each moment and live each moment in love eternally. Let there be love on earth, and let it begin with me. Mother, Father, God, we give gratitude and thank yous for this day. We ask for your infinite light of protection to be with us and through us as we go on our path. So when we meet those on our passage, we share the love that is so abundant, and we give thanks for this day. Amen. Thank you. That was beautiful, actually. I'll sing a lot lighter next time. Hi, guys on Zoom. It's great to see you guys.
Bye.
Bye, Lucy. Bye, Michael. Thank you, Jim. I think so. They just wanted to check them out. Yeah. I saw it and I said, oh, those are fun.
Yeah.
I was like, no, let's get Tina over, you know, and stepdaughter and the theater and thinking after.
Yeah.
Can you write it down or you just? No, I have.
Wednesday, are you going to, there is something on it.
Medium dressing and all that.
One thing I like the best. The hardcore one.
Oh, that, we're doing, you're looking at metaphysical principles.
Oh, okay. Metaphysical principle, that's the hardcore one. That's where you do the writing at night every night before you go to bed. And Spirit has it all worked out by morning.
Right?
Maybe even before that.
You start writing. We got you.
Like manifestation on steroids.
It's amazing that you're in that space, you know, we can go back to it.
Are you doing that?
Right, get that one, the 10, that. And then Wednesday, we have the development of 4, we're in the middle of meetings on course. And we're actually not, so it's actually starting, we're actually restarting the whole thing. Starting next week. No, we're doing self-realization. We'll start the whole course thing all over, like it's the new beginning again. Fun.
Mediumship development.
You can always jump in. That's one person right now. Yeah, and I had told the people that did a virtual psychic recently that they can come on in the mediums to help her like do messages. You know, she's gonna be, she just started, so she's at that point where she just gave me one, and she's gonna glad that thing. So she did that with nobody else to do besides us. So she's gonna get real comfortable with us, but it would be great. Much people now. So, you know, she just wants to be on the party.
Wednesday mediumship.
Yeah, and you can be on Shazoo or she could be in person if you want to. Yeah, we're doing everything.
But when intuitive stuff.
Yeah.
That's when I don't know what they do. I was doing last year. So I need to replace the. And then, yeah, I would rather be here in physical. When I need to cover the new, we're not gonna get out because I'm. Viruses. So,
Well, at some point when you're here, I'll show you how to do this, you know, like how you get on and all that.
Scared, didn't know what to do.
In the States, they keep. You know what I mean? You were like, she kept going, and kept going, 100 miles an hour, doing, and I was like,
environment that I brought into them. California, and they absolutely were having an attitude, they were starting to kind of get cookie and it was starting to. Very approaches. They talked to the office and principal code. Hopefully Wednesdays we work out. But I need to get back in the this is my juice, this is strength.
And all the time,
And the real world is juice.
you know, we're all like, like, oh, there's this again. It's like, gentle then. Working right around. No, it's. You really want to know my
Yeah, so,
getting that fight.
I'm not actually, right now, I'm living in Charlotte.
Have a fun day.
I'll let you know.
I haven't been there.
It's a hard line, garden development.
Okay.
$3 million for it, and so they have set the precedence for how the place appears. So it's visually aesthetically pleasing, and the first 3 people in that were pilots, and their wives seem to be artists. So it's like, oh, cool, I'm like in this environment. Right? Did you come in here with 3 women, you and 2 others? Oh,
Like, where did you want?
You took it from that part, and have something to do with you were out in the very whole world.
Okay, so.
They had many, the wall.
Yes.
Yeah. My father, I think you were the one that showed up with the picture. What? Father, did you? Tracy? Did you show up with 2 other women? They were really good
You
friends.
know, I might have done. I had a friend Jude. She was an older lady, much older lady,